Up, you guys? Rasati out here in Singapore. Thank you so much for joining me on the Night Owl podcast. And you guys, I have been going through it lately. I don't know if it's the moon energies. I don't know if the stars are off kilter. I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. I've been out of it a little bit, not really feeling my own energy, and I definitely don't feel like home in my own home. So here I am trying to sort out my feelings a little bit, but I want to talk to you because I am so close to quitting. And I want to remind you guys not to quit because I got to remind myself not to quit. A lot of times I find myself in these predicaments, right? I try really hard to extend myself to sit out there and understand what's going on, ask questions, be present, be available for people. I know people need help, you guys. I totally know it. I can recognize it from a mile away, mostly because I know what it looks like for me. You know what I mean? So when you guys look upset, when you seem upset, when you post things that kind of tell me you're upset, I notice. I really, really notice. And then the first thing I want to do is, how can I make your life a little bit easier? How can I reach out to you and connect so that you know that you're not alone, that you don't have to, put it all aside and do what you're told instead of doing what you want. You don't have to dumb yourself down. You don't have to mute yourself or whatever the case may be, because what you really want more than anything else is just some space to breathe, some place to be. You know what? And I totally get that. So when I see it on the outside in my physical surroundings, the best thing that I can do is actually be present for you guys and be available for you. But in the meantime, you guys, back at the ranch, I have my own issues and I have my own problems that I'm going through. And as I am documenting every part of this journey, I want to let you know there are days where I want to quit. I want to throw it all out the window and pretend I never started in the first place. But guess what? That's not what legacy is. Legacy is way after you feel like doing the things you said you were going to do, you're going to find the energy to do it anyway. You're going to make sure that you stay the course. You're going to make sure that you find a way to do what you said you were going to do because you promised yourself a better life. You promised yourself you would never be there at rock bottom again. You would never be in that place where you're begging for money or stressing out because this is your last $5 and you don't know what to do with the rest of your life or how you ended up here once more time. So here I am telling you, as much as I want to quit, I can't. And as much as I want to throw it out the window and pretend I never started, I can't. And as much as I want to take a break and pretend like I'm like healing myself, I still got to get up and do the work. I got to get up and do the work. Now, maybe I don't post, but I do still make the calls. I still do reach out to people. And I still do interact with all of you guys. I try to make sure I'm on it on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, in person, on WhatsApp. Like, I mean, you name it, I try it. Snapchat, not so much, because people be weird on Snapchat. But the point is, I'm doing the best I can. And as much as I would like to pretend like I'm taking a break, I never take a break. There's no rest for the wicked, I'm telling you. And you know what? Only the good die young. I have a long, long, long life ahead of me, and I have plenty of work to catch up on. But sometimes I'm just not feeling it. Sometimes I wonder why I started. What was I trying to do? What was I freaking thinking? Was I imagining all this? Like, who the hell am I to do all of this work? What am I actually doing here? Am I making a difference? I don't even know. But then when I stop, I get a lot of people who reach out and they're like, hey, are you okay? Or, hey, I missed the video. Hey, do you still do this? Or is this, are you done doing this? Like, we miss it. So believe it or not, as much as I'm here to lift you guys up, whether you know it or not, whether it's intentional or not, you guys are right there with me too. And I really appreciate that. As much as I want to quit, as much as I want to pretend like this isn't all that important, I could do something else. It's not. This is all I think about. When I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed, I think about how I can make more sense of the world, how I can understand why people do the things that they do. This is the same damn question that's been plaguing me since I was like in high school. Why do people do what they do? Why is it 5 people can grow up in the same damn house and every last one of them has a different perspective on the world? They had the same influences for parents. They had the same influences for, siblings, generally the same influences for teachers, maybe schoolmates, but they're all completely different. They're all driven by something different. And how is that even possible? How do you make sense of that? How do you get along with each other in the same damn house? I don't know. We did get along. I have no idea how we get along looking back now, but we did get along. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got to this space where I don't feel comfortable in my own skin anymore. I don't know what changed, but I know something did. And maybe it's because I chose to complicate my life. And maybe it's because I chose to invite everybody into it. But the point is, I can't quit. I can't. I started something, and it's not fair for me to set the expectation for people and let them know that, hey, I'm here, I'm available, talk all big and bad about how I want to help, and then quit. I made myself hold all of this space. And sometimes it is heavy, and sometimes it's difficult, and sometimes it breaks me to do so, but I can't quit. I can't. I can't afford to quit. I can't afford to go backwards. I think more than anything, I saw this post by before 5 a.m. and they were talking about don't you dare quit. Don't you dare quit. And it got me. It really did get me. It was talking about it doesn't matter where you are right now. Where you are right now isn't where you're going to be, so keep focused and keep pushing. It might look like hell where you are right now or the middle of nowhere, or you may not be seeing the results you're hoping for, but that doesn't mean it's time to give up or give in. What it means is it's time to push harder and keep pushing until you make it. I will not succeed until I succeed. There is no quitting. If I quit, that's a failure. That's a real failure. To stop trying is the real failure. To stop showing up, to stop doing the work, to stop being invested, to pretend that it doesn't matter to me. That is the real failure. I can't afford to quit as much as I want to. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what changed. Mostly because I haven't really sit there and taken the time, but I know what that feeling is like. Where like, I thought it was a good idea once and it was exciting once. And I thought, you know what? People will respond at some point. And then they didn't, or they did and they stopped, or something changed and I missed a couple of posts and suddenly I lost the momentum and suddenly the audience just, this has happened before. I've been through a phase where I was posting every day without fail and suddenly something happened, my schedule changed, I missed a couple of days and suddenly there went my audience. I don't know. It's like the momentum was great and I had a lot of people and I was engaging and I was talking and people were commenting and suddenly they disappeared because I fell off. I stopped doing what I was doing. And it's that old adage that, you know, people don't know what you're doing until you stop doing it. They don't notice anything that you do until you stop doing it. But more than what they notice or what they don't notice, I need to hold myself accountable. I cannot afford to lose. I cannot afford to fail. Because me building this new life is not just for me, it's for baby girl too. Me building this new life is to show you that it's possible with next to nothing. And yeah, my mom loves what I do, but she doesn't post my stuff. She doesn't comment, she didn't like, she didn't share. My brother loves what I do, but he doesn't post, like, comment, or share. Most of my family, nope, I'm going to amend that. All of my family. No one posts, comments, likes, or shares. No one. Sometimes I get a pat on the back. Sometimes they pretend I just don't do that stuff because, yeah, that's that one person in our family that talks about feelings all day long and she's quite embarrassing. She doesn't know how to talk to people. She asks too many questions. She's too prying. She's too nosy. She's a busybody. I get that. I understand. But if I were to focus on all those people, I'd probably never show up to life again. Ever. Because it hurts. Because it's offensive to me. And that's just one category of people. There's this other whole group of people out there that really think that, you know, that I'm not the success I am because somebody put me on. Somebody helped me out. I'm famous because so-and-so is related to me, or so-and-so introduced me to everything that I know. So-and-so taught me everything that... Nope, that's not how that works. My ex-husband thought that would be the way, that because I was associated with him, that I would suddenly be, you know, known face, known entity, somebody be sought after. I am not a trophy wife. I'm not a trophy wife. I'm not a trophy anything. Either you like me or you don't. And that's fine if you don't. Either you understand what I'm saying or you don't. And if you want to ask questions, I'm happy to answer. Either you want me to be part of your team or you don't. And either way, I'm okay. Because I've been left by people I never thought would leave me behind ever before. And I survived. The one thing I will not survive, though, is if I quit. I will not survive if I quit. That what if is too big. It's too heavy. I can't stand it. I can't take it. I can't carry it. So as much as I want to quit sometimes, as much as I want to pack everything up and move to a completely different country and change my name, I can't. I gotta finish what I started. I gotta see it through to the end. I don't know, y'all. I'm struggling sometimes. I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I could see the next phase of this. But I know whatever I was doing, the way I was doing it, it doesn't work anymore. Because I'm not inspired by it anymore. I'm not excited by it anymore. There was a phase where I used to post things that were very, very relevant to recent conversations I'd had. And I had plenty of people ask me, yo, are you posting about me? And no, I wasn't. But, I mean, if you saw yourself in the post, I can't really say anything. But then I had to question myself, was I really touching too close to home? Was I revealing, client detail? No, I wasn't. But even then, it had me worried, and worried to the point that I stopped posting anything at all because I was afraid to offend anyone. It just happened to be that the climate at the time was very common situations happening across the board. To be honest, it was COVID, and it was quarantine, and it was, the circuit breaker. Everybody was suddenly stuck at home, and the few people that would talk to me, they would tell me some situation that they were struggling with, and I would post about a similar situation and many other iterations of it, and then suddenly other people would be like, yo, you talking about? No, I'm not talking about you. You see, I take everything that happens personally. I take it seriously. The comments that come through, the people that come give me feedback, the questions I get sometimes. It's flabbergasting how people see what they see. But I respect you. You're working from your own perspective. And while I do take a break and I do wonder and I do worry, like, am I here upsetting people? Am I hurting people? I don't want to be hurting people. And no, I'm not a doctor, but I do believe in the Hippocratic Oath. I mean, first, do no harm. So I wait and I observe and I fall back and punt? Is that what the term is? Because I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to offer help. I want to offer hope. I want to offer solace. I want to hold space. Eventually, I want to run a halfway house and help foster kids and teach people from all walks of life. I want people to know that there are options out there, but for that to happen, to get to that side of that dream, I can't quit now. I can't let social media beat me. And it's hard sometimes. But I'm not going to quit, and I hope you don't either. As much as I do these podcast episodes to reveal what's going on and help you understand what it is that I'm documenting and tell you tips and tricks and apps and whatnot that I've discovered that are helpful, sometimes it's a reminder for me too. Sometimes it's me talking out my thoughts and my fears and the things that scare me and the things that upset me and the things that don't make sense. Just so I can hear it out loud and maybe kind of make sense of it. Because if I'm going through this confusion, God only knows what y'all are going through. And I'm not saying I'm better or further ahead than you are. I'm just saying I'm going through it and I have made sense of a lot of things. And if I'm struggling, I can only imagine what you're struggling with. So please, don't quit. Most times when we're getting ready to quit, we find that it's just around the next corner that we have like a breakthrough or a little bit of sunshine that kind of lifts our day or lifts our path a little bit. Sometimes we don't have the patience to wait, to try again, to show up one more time for that new opportunity to present itself. So I'm here telling you, like I'm telling myself as I look into this mirror, creepily recording into my phone, don't quit. Don't quit. I can't afford to quit. I started something big. I dreamt really big. I bit off more than I could chew on purpose. Because I don't want to be a basic bitch. I don't want to have a simple life. As in, like, do the bare minimum and skate by. I want to live. I want to live. So if I want to live, I can't quit. I gotta keep showing up, y'all. So let me know what you think. You think you got it in you? You think you can make it one more day? Come on. You can do it one more day. One more day and another day and another day. Just keep going. One foot in front of the other. I'm doing it. Come do it with me. I love you guys. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.